going on, trka? Welcome back to the channel. We've been here for too long. I don't like my money just tied up sitting here. But let's talk about it. Let's look at it. Let's see what we're seeing in the charts, and we'll go from there. As always, it's not financial advice, in case you guys haven't caught on to that yet. I'm just here for your entertainment. What are we looking at? We're looking at another flag again. Should break to the upside, hopefully, in due course. Trending very nice. I mean, we've got our areas. If you've been watching it, and you're not just buying anywhere and everywhere, you kind of can see where some nice buy area zones would be. Obviously, you're looking towards your lower ends down here on your touches, so we'll probably get another one down here, or we'll see if this fib line holds up. What I think might be coming into play is ultimately it might want to retest this safety net trend line that we were talking about, the one that comes back from down here on the lows. Kind of just watching to see what it does. How do I get rid of that? Okay, so just watching to see what it does from here, whether we do trend our way all the way down. I would have thought that last breakout should have been the one to break out, but it rejected us right there at our 2120 that we've been watching. So now that we're below it, it's acting as resistance. Went for the breakout and couldn't do it, so we're finding our way back down here again. Let's see if we get a tap, another rejection, and then bringing us back down to the safety net trend line. Good news is it's moving up right as the days go on. So yesterday I think we were saying 18.5, 19 cents. Now today at least it's 19 cents to 19.5 cents. If it wants to come down here, we got a fib line that's kind of coming in right at where our flag meets our trend line support, so about 1934. If it wants to play out all the way down to there and then make its decision, I don't know, but that would be an area that I'd be really watching pretty closely for the meantime, is like that 1934 range, and see if we get our climb back to the upside and a breakout, or if this rejects. Like I said, usually this would break to the upside, but at some point the odds get defied and it does what it wants to do. So we're going to hope that it hangs on. If that comes all the way back down there, the other area of interest right now is 2014. It's sitting at 2042 right now. Market time 204. So let's see. Couple areas, not a whole lot of impact, I would say. I mean, we're within a penny, so I'm not going to panic too much if we're down here. It's only a penny from where we're at now. If we look at it in, the big picture, I don't want to see it come down. I'd like it to go the other direction. But if we lose this 20 cents, our volume's going to back off even more, I believe. And we've been painful low volume so far. So would like to see a little bit of that come back into play as well. Yeah, between like 18 and 20 cents, that volume backs way off. So if we do lose 20 cents, there could be a quick spike down to that 18 cents before the volume starts coming back in and picking back up. You can kind of see the gap on the volume profile right there. Whenever you come into them, a lot of times it's a quick down, or it can also be a quick up, depending on how you're moving into that channel or into that void that's on the volume profile. So you can kind of use that with almost all of your trading. Even if you're an options trader and you see something with a nice little gap, a lot of times you can either suck right through those, or you can get a nice play to the downside, whether you're playing calls or puts. So you can apply it to a lot of different scenarios. But that's pretty much what I'm watching as far as what we have going on in the short time frames. And that's, if it plays all the way out to the end, I mean, this is end of day Tuesday, if my chart is correct. That would drag us to this point. So a couple more hours, we could be there. If it wants to play out to this point on the upper side before it makes its decision, then we're looking into Wednesday. So that's, what would that be? That's right at 4 o'clock. So I don't know. That might make things interesting if that's where it decides to stop for the day. If algos kick in and they were just waiting for this test towards the end of the day, maybe that would make some fun in the after hours again, but I don't know. We're not having that kind of momentum, that hype that's coming into it right now. So I just don't know if this after hours or pre-market are going to be anything spectacular right now. I think we're just trending and trying to grin and bear it the best we can. We'll see how it all plays out. I'd be watching. I think that area of support will be a decent one, hopefully. Again, sometimes I'm wrong, so maybe I'm wrong. Live short interest, according to Ortex, 3.73%, 11.43 million. Again, floats updated as far as Ortex goes, so I don't know if this is correct. I don't know if it's incorrect. Cost per hour average did go up again, which is nice, 79.67%. Utilization not maxed out, 71.06. Let's see how this moves, I guess, for the remainder of the day, and just be watching those two levels for support. If we lose that, 1836, which would kind of make sense because that's where our volume profile starts to step back in, is just a hair below 1836. So might get a little bit of a catch there if for some reason it falls that low. And, ultimately we could be back down to those levels that we've seen before. Let's hope not. Let's hope that this turns around. We're just taking it one day at a time. So make the best decisions that you possibly can. Have a trading plan. Know when your tolerances are hit, and let's see. We'll just go from there. The RSIs right now, short time frame, sitting at our grind line. The 30-minute has room to come down. The 1 hour lost the 50. The 4 hour lost the 50. The daily, it looks like it's kind of rejecting. We were hoping that would cross the SMA and not reject. Let me zoom in. I can't see that well. Just riding flat on it right now. So I can't tell you if we're going to cross it or if we're going to reject. I guess it's going to depend on how the daily candle close out, obviously. But we do have a little bit of room to trend back down to that grind line, which is also going to allow us to trend back down to this point that I think is of interest. And, see how it responds from there. The good thing is the RSIs will be down at our grind line and ready to push, I think, if they are sitting back down at this point. So that's a positive. Like I said, it doesn't have to work that way. Sometimes it just cools off a little bit more than we'd like to see it. But if the trend continues, if the trend is our friend as far as what we're watching on the RSIs and for some bounce points, I think it's setting up for a decent area of support in there. Check back in with you guys. I hope you guys had a good day in the markets. I hope you made some money. I will catch you in the next one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.